In this video, I'll help you get set up with Capital IQ. You go into utsa.edu, click on My UTSA, and find the library resources. Go over to Databases, and in Databases, click on the C. Go down and find Capital IQ. When you click on it, it will ask you to either create an account or to log in. I've already created accounts, so I don't need to create one, but if you need to create a new account, you can do that. So it's got to be based on your UTSA EDU. So I'll sign in. And this brings up their internet site, which is quite extensive. There's a lot in here. It takes a lot to learn. That's why I recommend you go on to YouTube and find Capital IQ tutorial. You'll see this gentleman here from the Corporate Finance Institute. These videos are really, really good. Find part one. They're not lengthy, 10 minutes. There's about 6 videos, so it might be a couple of hours to get through them all. They do a great job of walking you both through the internet site, which is all of this. They do a great job of showing you all the resources here, and then they also show you the Excel add-in. Right here, you see downloads. If you click on downloads, you can download the plugin and bring it into your machine. If you're using an Apple machine, it will not work. It only works on a PC. You bring it in, you can set it all up. You have your login. I will say I've had students where it works really, really well, and I've had other students where it doesn't work at all, and some are in between. With my own Capital IQ, what I've noticed is if I log into Capital IQ on a machine at UTSA and forget to log out, when I go home, it tells me I have to log out of the one at UTSA first. So I'm trying to get into the habit of logging out of my account every time so that I can use it from home and from UTSA. But you'll have those type of issues. It's a little frustrating. But if you bring that in, you'll have Excel, the Excel add-in, and can do quite powerful things from home on a PC. The other thing I like to look at is if you see over here on the side, you have a whole menu of things you can look through. What we're going to do is find a company. Let's try Walmart. You can type in the ticker and click on Walmart, and it will bring up Walmart, all kinds of information. There's a lot of stuff here. What I like to do is just click on a financial statement. You see the financial statements here and just do income statement. And when you click on that, you can actually take this little ruler and bring it back as far as you want. And up here, you can download just the income statement, but what's even better is this button right here. It says download financials. If you click on that, you can do this from home. You do not have to have Capital IQ loaded on your machine at home. If you have the internet site, you click on download, it will bring in all of the financials for Walmart. It does take it a couple of minutes to bring it in because it's a lot of information. You can see it did it pretty quickly on this machine. From home, it can be a little bit longer. You click on that, and it is really quite amazing what it will bring up in Excel. Pretty extensive. So here I have the data for Walmart. You have some key statistics. You can look at their different pages, the income statement, balance sheet, cash flow. It really is pretty amazing. Data back to whatever period you said to go back to, whatever you have available, and they bring that data in. Multiples, historical on the capitalization side, their capital structure, key ratios, some other information, whatever they share. A lot of it may be zeros because they don't share that. Some industry information, just other details, even segment information. It's an amazing amount of information, and it will work on any PC. So there's no Capital IQ formulas here. I'm going to close this file, and I'm going to look. If you get Capital IQ loaded, when you load it on your machine at home, I'd recommend when they ask the question, do you want to download the templates? I would say yes. It does take quite a bit of time. It can be, I don't know, maybe as much as half an hour to bring it in. But when you do, you get this template. I already had them loaded, so it comes in pretty quickly. And here's all the choices you have. So even if you don't know how to use Cap IQ in Excel, they've already built a lot of models that are quite well set up. They're actually investment bank quality level financial statements and financial analysis and valuations. Here you have financials. You click on that. You can see the different options they have there. You have industry level. You can do, they have fixed income, macroeconomics. I like the valuation ones. I use some of their valuations ones, like a DCF. If you click on that and bring it in, you can download it. So it brings in this valuation model. It is very similar to what you would see in an investment banking environment. I do have some, this is the file I've been using. I actually put in some links into mine that you won't have if you do their download. It shows you certain places you would probably want to make some changes. If you see this refresh, it just means you need to go on Cap IQ and hit the refresh button and let it update all of the data. Update the worksheet. You can see it brought it all in. I have Walmart there. Just by changing Walmart, it brings in all the competitors, does evaluations. And in the bottom line, it shows you what it thinks Walmart's worth versus its current price. So they think they're 16% expensive. I can do the same thing with maybe NVIDIA. You just type in the ticker and the spreadsheet brings in, again, all the competitors and does the valuation. What you'll notice is once you load a spreadsheet, that the formulas are built in there. It's this CIQ formula. That formula is what is Capital IQ uses to bring in the data. So if you watch the videos from the Corporate Financial Institute, they'll show you how to build those formulas. I have spreadsheets where I use those formulas. If you want to use some of those, I have one that I do financial analysis where I use Cap IQ to bring in the data. So it's built. It's a really good spreadsheet, a lot of good templates. I would recommend get it all loaded, bring in some of the templates, play around with it, and then watch the CFI, the Corporate Finance Institute's videos, and learn it in more detail, both the internet site, how the internet works, because there are a lot of options here. You can see across the top, screening models, charting coverage, all those kind of things. The internet model is really, really strong. You can set up your own dashboard where you're watching certain companies or you're watching economics or you want estimates. That's all in here. And then the Excel portion where you can build your own models and use Capital IQ to populate the data for you just by changing tickers.